Procreate mini tutorials you need to know, part 1. Let's do clipping mask. First, create a new layer. Pick the paintbrush you want to use. I'm using this full color brush I've created. And draw over the layer that you want to use the clipping mask on. This seems to be really popular on TikTok, creating a whole bunch of these colors, and then people are going to liquefy them, which I will show you how to do. Make sure you're on layer 2 still. Go into your adjustments, hit liquefy, and then you can use your Apple Pencil to move around the colors all around. Make sure they cover every part of it, and then on your layer 2, click it and then hit clipping mask. This will clip it to the layer that's underneath it. If you guys have any other mini tutorials you want me to go over, just let me know in the comments. Follow and like for more.
Of course I can help you. This is part 1 of drawing on Procreate. First I'm going to go over this style. This is really just tracing and coloring in. Animal portraits are a little more detailed, so I'll go over that next week. For this tutorial, I am drawing my best friend Garrett. First you want to insert the picture you want to draw. I'm making mine the size of the screen. Next you're going to want 2 layers. To make it easier, I renamed my layers Picture, Coloring, and Tracing. Before we draw, I want to change the opacity to about half. Now I'm going to get my brush. I go to Sketching, Monoline, and make sure my monoline has a max capacity of streamline. I'm picking a black and making sure the size isn't too big. Again, make sure you're on the tracing layer, and I like to zoom in to get all of the facial features. So now this would turn into this. Now I'm going to raise the opacity back to normal and go to part 2 for coloring. Again, this drawing style is just tracing, but it takes a lot of practice to get used to.
Hello guys, so as I'm looking through the comments, I realized that a lot of you guys have been asking for this, which is some things you should know before using Procreate. First thing is the main brush you need to use if you're a beginner. Click the brush at the top and go to this and click the monoline brush. The monoline brush, you can use it for anything, and this is the brush that I stuck with when I first got Procreate. The basics that I say in almost every video that I've done like this. Draw any shape and hold it. And it'll form this. If you don't like the shape that it formed for you, click edit shape and you can adjust it to your liking. If you like the shape and you don't want to mess it up but you want to make it bigger, click the little arrow at the top. Make it bigger. You want to color under the circle but it's going over. Add a layer and drag it under. And the second layer will be under your first layer. I want to color in my shape, but I don't feel like doing it. Hold the little color thing at the top and drop it. Comment if you want me to do a part 2. Bye!
What I wish I knew when I first got Procreate, part 5. The first one is I wish I knew you could take different pieces of art to different layers. Such a handy dandy tool. The second one is I wish I knew you could move multiple pieces of art with the cursor tool at the same time. Just do that by swiping right on whatever layers you want to move. The next one is I wish I knew we could do this super fun rotational symmetry. You do this by turning the drawing guide on and then going edit drawing guide, turning on symmetry, and then in options doing radial and rotational. Then you can just draw and it will repeat itself. It's super fun. All the same rules apply here. You can also use the selection tool to color just in a certain part if that was what you were going for. Thanks for following along in the series.
Here are 5 Procreate hacks that you didn't know you didn't know. First, use 2 fingers to zoom in and out. Press and hold with 1 finger to activate the color finder. Tap 2 fingers to undo. Tap 3 fingers to redo. And swipe 3 fingers down to open the copy and paste settings. Hope this helps. Leave your questions in the comments.